So, oh, excuse me. It looks like we're back at the house. It's just fucking Sam's memory. You stare at Sam's face on the comlink, shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man's switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 Noyan insurance policy payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification, either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mennett and McCain, when the job is done. They'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chet, Ket. Ooh, Chet. The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Rogers, Rangart and McCain has installed a secure, dedicated phone line so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. The camera swivels back to Sam. Look, TaintedCatalyst, I've led a direct life and I probably left a direct corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself, I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'll get to the bottom of this. Someone will pay. I say I traded a drinking buddy for a paycheck. I'd say my schedule's pretty clear right now. 100,000 millions buys a lot of drinks. I'll get to the bottom of this. Somebody will pay. Hope you just said yes. I've got a locker chip slotted in my head these days. If, when my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Guess I'll be heading back to Seattle. Rest in peace, Sam. See you in Seattle. Well, Seattle can't be any worse than this. Well, we'll be friendly. We'll be nice. I mean, he's dead, so it doesn't really matter, but we'll try and build up some sort of character personality. The dead man's switch. Your plane hits the Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for knowing this is the place to sell a limb or an organ, it's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. That seems really crazy. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens have to a morgue. It seems that this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Tasty. Game has autosave. Cool. And in the back, the smell of death and decomposition wash over you, and only slightly masked by the minty fresh flake of industrial grade antiseptic. Can I go in here? Oh. Dresden. Oh god, there's a lot of dialogue in this, isn't there? Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, I love my job, a little more than you'd want or expect from somebody in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be the straight reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. He just yelled. I'm back there. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you the coroner? Yes. And you are? TaintedCatalyst, I'm here about Sam Watts. The grin fades, and what makes you think I know anything about that? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet, and what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens? Barrens? So who told you he was dead? Sam did. I found the killer, get paid. Yeah, we'll go there. A dead man's switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. This guy? He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style. Sounds grisly. Emerald City Ripper? I'll go down since I don't know who that is, but I guess it's a serial killer. He sighs. Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she also removes an internal organ from the victim. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam? Delicious. A trophy hunter. What was it? We'll find out what he took. Watts' liver was cleanly cut out. Maybe he's trying to build another person, so he's going to take a piece from everyone and then build a person. What about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had his spleen removed. Dresden, get out here. Oh, another really ugly man. Oh, what's this? I'm here about the new Vic. Somewhat. Can I? Basic medkit. Look at the business card. Look at the cred stick. We'll take that. Look at the purple shirt. So I'm not reading it, it's just... Yeah. Sam's shirt, several of the buttons are missing and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Look at the handwritten note. Sam, I feel terrible that we have been long to say I'm sore. See you there. Love, Jessica. And I'll put down the evidence back. Well, poor guy. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. Okay. So this new Rippervic, Watts. Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? So you insisted at the time. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. After he shot us. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The Ripper case is my ticket to the Lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stunts the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel, has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. So, I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon. Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no help, dwarf. Oh, you're no damn help. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman power of observation. Who the hell are you? I am the nobody who didn't hear nothing. I'm new in town. You the welcoming committee? Are you the detective on the case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. Where do you go for that one? I can't do the strength one. The dreck you were. You get anywhere near my investigation, it'll be you on the slab, human. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I am putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Just anyone? Is that what he just wants anyone? Someone who slightly fits the bill? Well, I don't think he likes him. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties too. I don't do friends. Well, he didn't really seem like my type. I'm great at dinner parties. We'll go down. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favour. A job's a job. This one pays better than most. I'm going to bring his killer to justice, at least street justice. We'll go with the first one, more the honourable one than the justice one. Fascinating again. Detective McClunsky isn't interested in anything but himself. He's convinced his own mother if it meant another 10 million a week in his paycheck. Oh, he'd convict. Not he'd convinced. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 million a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Kirsten paused this, considering. You have honour, after a fashion. I try to honour the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help? On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? What are organs worth these days? Who still uses scalpels? Have you heard of the Seamstress Union? What? I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? We'll find out who still uses scalpels. Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither professions use them much anymore. It's possible some of the similar chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. We'll just find out what Sam was killed. Kirsten looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around these body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay then. I'll go do that. Do you know where the murder site is or not? Well, I think he's trying to be helpful. I'm not going to be stupid. These ones are all those up there. We'll check these real quick. Item picked up, basic medkit. Doc Wagon's basic trauma kit. And then we'll go over here and we'll do this one. The cold storage drawer is labelled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. We're going to open it. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, it's so orange it's glowing out of the little capsule place. The body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there. Hey, isn't Jake Armitage the guy from the first one, the SNES version? In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up in 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so alive. You were just sleeping in a freezer for dead people. Well, I guess I'll apologise. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person who's pulled this one on. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't asked after me, then what's your story? The latest Ripper victim, do you know him? I'll ask the questions. No. I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, huh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man's switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. So much dialogue. Oh, man. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses, might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell because of those shades. Alright then, the name's Jake, and you are? Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm TaintedCatalyst. And well-mannered. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night. The night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstress Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I'd be laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn. Maybe I need some soy cap after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. Man's dirty anyway. Now, what's wrong with this intestine? You heard a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat court bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him. Until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last day in this place. You've done this before, great. How do you know? So you don't know if that was death? Do you know anything else? It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Does he die and come back to life or something? Don't know which one. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card. Jake, a few more visits and you'll get a free night stay. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. The leader's got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night. Trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. But what do you say? It's nice to have someone watching your back out there, assuming you can trust them. I don't work for free. I fight, I get paid in million, not tours. I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great! I've been hiding out here ever since the run-in with these Halloweeners, whiny bunch of gangers, but the street at the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So, you need a weapon? Pistol, shotgun, SMG, a rifle, or melee? We'll get a rifle. That'll be good. You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind. Here's a rifle you can borrow. AK-97. So, ready for an evening out on the town? Yeah, I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you. Yet. We can leave whenever you're ready. I'm ready. Do I have to tell him all or control him in any way? Nope. Wow, there's a lot of dialogue in this game. Head out to the Barrens. Confirm. Excuse me. The Redmond Barrens. Run to the Seattle Sprawl, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. It doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, and a dash of tourist trap, and you've got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. Oh, well, that's nice for him. My stash is just around the corner, in the alley. Can we only search stuff when it has things? Does the bus stop here? I don't know. Aha, there we go. Oh, that was the clip. So it looks like we're actually into the game now. I hope there's not going to be as much dialogue. I apologise for all that. Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader on the front. Open the safe with Jake's mag card. With a smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that is a perfect match for your skills. You take the gear. Doesn't tell me. Okay, the Sony CTY, frag grenade, and a basic medkit. Hand over the loot, bozos. Who talks like bozos? Alright, well, shoot that guy. How do I use my other thing? Why is he going for me? That's not fair. And he missed. That's good. The guy with the gun missed at least. Let's attack the street folk, kill him, and then we'll shoot that guy. And then we'll get Jake to also shoot this guy. Well, that went really well. I need to look into how to use the Sony CT9 thing. So, welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'll need to find you a new spot to hide my gear. Good dead drops are so hard to keep. Same Drac in every city these days, so I shouldn't invest in the real estate. Only by the hour. Hey, you seen where I stay the night?